Okay, this is gonna be a quick review, y'all. So those who come in late, y'all might have to rewind it back to the beginning. I'm just out running some errands. I was actually taking a break from work because I'm working a really long shift today. I started at 7 this morning, and I'm not going to be done working till probably about 10 p.m. at night. So I'm kind of taking an extended lunch break because a girl had to go to the DMV to pick up her new driver's license. Well, actually, I was getting my driver's license because it expired, and then I had filled it out online, and they told me that I could come and pick up the paper copy within 15 minutes after it was approved. So that's why I came to the DMV to pick up my paper copy of my new driver's license, because the new actual license takes about, I think they said it takes like 30 days or something like that. Hey to whoever's tuning in to the live right now, give me a shout out, let me know who's watching, please, and make sure you guys like this video on your way in and before you leave this live. But I just wanted to go over with you guys, hi Iffy, is it pronounced Iffy? Hi Iffy. I was just going to discuss the have and have nots, the last episode of the have and have nots that came on the other day. And, or was that yesterday? No, they came on Tuesday. Yep, the other day. Hi, how are you? How's your day going? Hopefully your day is going well. It's pretty nice here today in Omaha, Nebraska, where I'm going live from. All around us, it's a lot of flooding though. All around us, I mean, the Red Cross is busy. A lot of the people who was living like in the outskirts by rivers and lakes and things like that, all their property is flooded. A couple of people have died. I think, if I'm correct, at least 3 people have died. But we're just keeping everybody in our prayers, you know, that are surrounding our city, because it's like really, really bad, the floods here in Nebraska. Yeah, you probably didn't heard about it on the news because it's been on the national news and everything. They got the National Guard, they got everybody here. So it's nice and sunny where we are and dry and everything, but around us it's horrible. But yeah, as far as the have and have nots, for those of you who watched the show, how did you like the last show? And were you like completely shocked? Like, oh my God. Well, first of all, one thing I'm so glad about is hey Mary Umi, hi, how are you? I'm just discussing the have and have nots right now, the last episode, and we saw Candace and her mother Hannah like finally hash things out. I am doing so well, thank you, Mary. How are you? But Hannah and her daughter has finally hashed it out. It seems like they done made up. It seems like, I mean, Candace poured her heart out to her mother and told her how she felt, and you know what, she thought her mother hated her, but her mother, I mean, I knew all along Hannah didn't hate her daughter. You know, we in season 5. I knew all along Hannah didn't hate her daughter. She just hated a lot of things that she did, which was being conniving and, you know, always lying and being deceitful and, you know, things like that. So that's what Hannah hated, because Hannah is like a very, very religious woman now. She kind of reminds me of my mother. Like, Hannah been dating that guy Derek for a minute now, and they haven't had sex or anything like that. I think they slept in the bed together once, but he made sure he had his clothes on, and you know, she had her clothes on. But yeah, she's a very spiritual woman, so she never hated her daughter Candace, even though Candace, man, she can be a bitch, you know what. B-I-T, you know what? But Candace, her actions over the past seasons have been absolutely like, this how you treat your mother? This how you treat your brother? This how you treat your son? But anyway, she sat down with her mother and Benny, her brother Benny, and her mother Hannah, and she spilled out, her feelings, and she apologized, and I think it was really like sincere. I really believe she was really being sincere, that she really doesn't care about the money that she stole, that she doesn't care if they give it back to Catherine. Now, as far as Benny, as far as his issue now with owing taxes, from that loan that he had took out, man, Candace said keep the money, but ask Mrs. Cryer if she can keep the interest so they can pay off of Benny's debt. Hey, Iffy, this your first time on my blog. Well, thanks for tuning in. I really appreciate it. But yeah, not Cryer. Did I say Cryer? Yeah, Mitchell. Okay. Benny owes money still to Mitch's family. I think Catherine will. I think she would, or should I say would? I think she would, allow them to keep the interest on that money that Candace stole. I mean, I would say that's the least she can do, but I'm not going to say that's the least she can do, because I think she has made up a lot to Hannah. I mean, she didn't give Hannah, her job back at first. She gave her money to pay off all her medical bills. She helped her pay off all her bills. She got her a house. What else did she do? Then she had hired her to run the cleaning staff, the housekeeping staff at her hotel. So, I mean, she has made up a lot for what her son had did to Hannah. And which was, if we remember, way back, couple of seasons back, their son had, sorry about the loss of connection. My son was calling me, trying to figure out where I was, and he's like right behind me. I got a new car, y'all. So my son, I guess he did, he couldn't find my car, and I'm parked like right here, like I'm right here. But I just recently got a new car, so that's probably why he didn't recognize me. But anywho, Benny, he had got hit by the Crier's son when he was drunk, and put your seatbelt on, son. And when he was drunk and on drugs and everything. And they had tried to hide it and try to conceal it. And so Hannah had, had some hurt from all of that for a very long time. But her and Mrs. Cryer, they're cool again. They're friends again. Co-worker, worker, they're friends as well. But what is this truck trying to do? All these doggone potholes. Y'all, when I say we have potholes that look like 2 and 3 bedroom homes, apartments, I'm not exaggerating by far. You can lose your whole car in a pothole out here on these city streets because of how bad the winter was on our streets this winter season. But what was I saying? So yeah, Candace, I believe she's really sincere and apologetic. And when she said she didn't even want the money, I was like, oh yeah. Candace is in a good spot right now with her and her boyfriend, the president-elect, with his cute self, Charles. He's so handsome. But yeah, she's in love. I think she's in love. She hasn't mentioned it yet because Candace, on the outside, she always gotta appear to be hard and always gotta appear like she don't like to appear weak or helpless. So, she's putting on this fake but I know she's really in love with that man. And I think they would actually make a cute power couple, even though Candace, where she came from and all the damage she did in people's lives and, you know, stealing from people, robbing people. I mean, she used to be a prostitute and she used to, you know, steal from men and, you know, all kind of things like that. But I think once she gets her head on right and the president and her relationship continue to thrive, I think, you know, her and him could make a great power couple because he will have her on the right track and she can still use a lot of her brains and skills for good instead of for evil. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. If y'all think her and the presidential-elect Charles relationship will thrive, or if you think it will come to a halt sometime soon. I know that other guy, I can't remember his name, but the white guy who had saw them on the news, he was like, oh, heck no, we need to call him and let him know that, I'm swerving y'all because of these potholes, but they was like, we need to call him and let him know that Candace used to be a prostitute and she robbed me. So I don't know what's going to happen within the next episode, but what I really think is going to happen, I really think the presidential-elect Charles, who's dating Candace, I think he's going to be like, I don't care. Because for one, keep in mind, the president, they had to clean her up to make her appear clean for him to be with her. Because, of course, he's the president. So anybody he dates or anybody he's married to, they going to dig up the background of him, his wife, his kids, his best friends. You know how it go in the elections. So being that they already cleaned her up and somebody still knows about her, I don't think the president-elect Charles will care because he already knows a lot of stuff that she's already done and he doesn't care. So again, y'all let me know what y'all think about their relationship. But
Hello?
Hold on one second, y'all.
Hey, what's going on? Yes, sir.
My son is taking a phone call, so I have to be quiet.
To a Mare Fry? Sure can. ID and direct deposit information. All right, got it. Okay, cool.
I think he got the job.
All right. All right, thank you. Yep, Friday 9 o'clock. All right, gotcha. All right, no problem. Bye.
You got the job?
Yeah.
Yay! Well, you passed all the tests. They got all the information back. Well, congratulations. Sorry, y'all. I had to be quiet for a second because my son, a job he had applied at, was calling him. And he had, you know, took his test and background check and, you know, physicals and all that kind of stuff. So they were getting back to him and let him know when they need him to come. So anywho, congratulations, son. Everybody tell my son congratulations on this job he's been trying to get. But as far as Candace, though, yeah, y'all let me know how y'all feel about that. Now, as far as Benny, oh God, that doggone Justin, y'all. Justin, he's okay. We already know he's crazy. That man needs to be instituted. They said congrats, Idris. He said thank you. But that Justin, he needs to be committed. Somebody need to commit him right away. Like all the times that he done, all the times that he has, oh yeah, Jeffrey. I think I said Benny, my bad. But Jeffrey, all the time that he has harassed Jeffrey, stalked Jeffrey, I mean, he beat up Jeffrey, he sexually assaulted Jeffrey, and now he's like infatuated with Jeffrey. He done went from trying to possess him to being in love with him to being infatuated with him to... now he wants to kill himself. He's threatening to kill himself if Jeffrey won't be with him. What do y'all think Jeffrey should do, y'all? Like, really? Jeffrey done told him in I don't know how many ways that he doesn't want to be with him, that he's crazy, that he needs help, that he basically psycho. He's psycho. He needs help. He needs help. He needs some medicine. He needs something. He needs help. He needs church. He needs therapy. He needs something. I went this way because of that big old pothole, and the cars was backed up, so that's why I just went around. Let me know when I can go. But yeah, he needs help, and he's up there harassing Jeffrey like that. Now he's up there breaking bottles, and you saw him in the show. He broke that bottle of wine because he had invited Jeffrey to, he called it their new home. Their new home. Jeffrey did not think that was their new home. He didn't even want to go visit Justin, but Justin kept harassing him. And so finally he was like, okay, I'll come visit your new place. I'll come visit your new place. And when he get there, he's like, how do you like our new place? And Jeffrey's looking at this fool like, what? This is not our new place. This is your new place. No, Jeffrey, this is our place. Why you don't want to be with me? Why you don't want to be? And then when Jeffrey says, you know what? I gotta go. I'm sick of this. Let's try to back up. I'm sick of this. I'm out. He was like, oh, okay, really? You're not gonna stay? You're not gonna stay? That's when he picked up that wine that he had bought for him and Jeffrey to have over dinner. And he broke the bottle on the counter and start shoving it towards his neck. I don't know if he would really kill himself, but I think it's a possibility he might try to kill himself. Or Jeffrey. First I thought he was going to try to kill Jeffrey. But then I'm like, no, he ain't going to try to kill Jeffrey. He's too in love with Jeffrey. But what he's going to do is try to make him feel guilty and threaten to kill himself. I'm going to let you, hold on, I'm going to let you out first. I'm trying not to get into all this mud over here. This snow done left so much mud when it melted. It's ridiculous. So I don't want you to get out in the mud. Okay, that should be better. Okay, you can get out now. But, what was I saying? You got a key again? Did you bring your key?
Yes.
Oh. And so he took the bottle and broke it over the table and started jabbing it towards his neck and threatened to kill himself. Now, I don't know if Jeffrey's going to end up staying or if he's going to call his bluff and bounce out of his apartment, their apartment. I don't know if he's going to call his bluff and tell him, you know what, okay, you're going to kill yourself? I'm out. Good luck. And then call his bluff, and if he'll try to actually, hurt himself, or if he'll try to hurt Jeffrey. But I really hope he don't try to hurt Jeffrey. I like Jeffrey, but he has been taken advantage of from his mom, his own mom blackmailing him, and then Justin. I don't know. Candace, I think a lot of times Candace was taking advantage of him too, even though Candace really considers him a true friend, a real friend. Her good Judy, or what do they call it? Her good girl Judy, or whatever they call gay men and their straight homegirls or straight girl best friends, or whatever they call it. But then, as far as oh my God, the Criers. What do y'all think about their son, Wyatt? Lord, I don't know if there's any help for him. I don't know. Jim and Catherine have tried so hard to get him off of drugs. They didn't try for years to get him off of drugs, and it's not working. He's still out there, getting loans, owing these loan sharks. stealing. He done took all his mom's pills now. You know, anything for him to get a high. He's taking her Valiums and, you know, her other drugs that she has in her bedroom or in her vanity cabinet. He done went through all of them, just so he could get high. And now Jim is like, okay, you done got us in some hot water now, because he done turned on his parents because of the fact that they won't give him his inheritance. First of all, it's his inheritance. Candace, she stole the doggone money. The Criers is trying to get the money back. But do y'all think that they should give the boy his inheritance because it's his inheritance? I mean, I understand that he has a drug problem. But we see already how easily accessible it is for him to get drugs. I mean, he's been getting high ever since. And even though he's not going about the right way to get the drugs, he's still able to get high. I think that they should not maybe give it all to him at once because it's millions of dollars. But I think they should ration it out to him, like put him up on like a monthly allowance or something like that. And if he runs out of money, you know, before his monthly allowance is up, then, hey, get a job. Get a job, do something. But now he's threatening to kill Jim because he thinks Jim hates him. And it's kind of the same way as far as Hannah and Candace, except for Hannah's a good person and Jim Crier is not such a good person. Although he still loves his son, Wyatt, he's still not a good person. So, hey, Underrated Darkness, good evening. How are you? How are you doing? I'm just reviewing the last episode of the Have and Have Nots. I don't know if you watch it or not, but I was just reviewing the last episode of the Have and Have Nots. But if you do watch it, let me know what you think about the last episode. I was just talking about how Wyatt is so angry with his father now for trying to keep him from getting his inheritance, that he's threatened to shoot him with a shotgun. And we saw in the last scene with Wyatt where he was practicing, like he was actually practicing holding the shotgun and shooting it because he's envisioning killing his father. Jim, that's why I said maybe they should give him some of his money. And I think they should put a condition to it, like, if you go to rehab, if you join AA, if you stay in counseling, if you do this, if you do that, I think there should be some stipulations on it right now. But I'm like, wow. Anthony Lackey, hey, how you doing? But yeah, I think they should put some stipulations on it so that he don't be just spending that money and just blowing it away. And then, you know what usually happens with drug addicts? They spend all their money and yours if you let them. They will spend all their money and yours. So yeah, they got to be careful about that part as far as, you know, how they give him his money and what they make him do or don't do for his money, even though it's his though. But since he's in the situation right now where he's a drug addict, I think even the courts will deem him unfit to have that much money on him, you know, have access to that much money. So I think they'll be cool with that. And the last thing I wanted to talk about was Candace, Benny, and Hannah. Now, this just broke my heart at the end of the episode when we realized, and we wouldn't even realize this if Hannah's boyfriend Derek wasn't at the house at the time when Candace was spilling her guts, you know, spilling her soul, spilling her truth to her mother and her brother. When she started explaining, you know, she was like, Mom, I remember way back when I used to think I was so ugly. And hold on, I'm trying to make sure I don't miss anybody. Hey, Pip Center, how you doing? Hey, I'm just reviewing the Have and Have Nots, the last episode of the Have and Have Nots. when Candace was spilling her guts and, breaking down and being all sincere and truthful in her feelings and everything, and when she mentioned, Mom, I remember when you used to make me feel beautiful all the time when I thought I was ugly because I was so dark and people were talking about me and making fun of me when I was little, the little dark girl, the little black girl, and she said, I remember you doing this and saying that and giving me this, all the things that we saw them say on the show. And she appreciated that. And when she said, even when you told me about the guy who raped you, the guy with the lion on his chest, who raped you and could help you conceive me, she was like, even then you taught me that I was still valuable and I was still wanted, and you still kept me and you still raised me and you still loved me even though I have done you horrible. I was like so emotional. I'm like, this is the Candace that we've been waiting to see all this time, spilling out her guts and everything. And even when she started talking about the rapist, her father, who's the rapist is her father that she's never known. And Hannah was like, oh, that man, he probably in jail, locked up, or dead, something like that by now. And I didn't even put it together, like, why is she mentioned, okay, now if you were just sitting around talking to your mom and you're like, Mom, I remember you told me you got pregnant by a rapist. You're not going to give details of the rapist. Like, yeah, you told me he had waves. You told me he had a mustache. You told me he had a earring in his left ear. I mean, you're not going to mention the details. So I should have caught on to that, and some of y'all probably did, but I didn't catch on to that when she was like, yeah, Mom, the guy who raped you, with the lion on his chest. I'm like, she's so descriptive. And then at the end, when Hannah went back into the kitchen or dining room, I think it was the kitchen where her boyfriend Derek was, and he was crying. I'm like, what the hell is wrong with Derek? Did he just get a bad phone call? Did somebody die? Is one of his kids sick? Is his mama sick? I mean, I'm like, what the hell is wrong with Derek? He was crying and snotting and just everything. And Hannah was like, what's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? Talk to me. What's wrong? And that's when he started raising up his shirt. I still didn't get it. He started raising up his shirt. And I'm like thinking, was he stabbed? Did somebody come in the back door and hurt him while they was in the living room and they didn't hear? I'm like, all kind of thoughts was going through my head, y'all. And so when he kept rolling up his shirt, raising up his shirt, and I saw the tattoo on his chest, I was like, oh my God. Oh my God. I can't believe it. All this time, Hannah has been dating this man. She has fell in love with this man. This man that fell in love with her. You know what, y'all? Now, sometimes I be reaching. Sometimes when I do my reviews, I be reaching. But I'm going to say this here, and it might come out that I'm right, and I might be wrong. But I'm going to say this here. Remember those times when Veronica was always harassing him? Like, she was always harassing Derek, demanding he do this, demanding he fix her house, demanding he come over and have sex with her, demanding this, demanding that, and he would get like really, really irritated and frustrated with Veronica. And I always wondered what she had on him, because I think they had mentioned that he had went to jail. He had spent time locked up, but they never really mentioned why Veronica was treating him like that. So now that I'm looking at, now that the secret is out, I'm like, I wonder if Veronica knew all this time that he was the one who raped Hannah 20-something years ago, and that her daughter and his daughter was Candace. What do y'all think about that? Put that together, and sometimes I be reaching. Y'all know I be reaching. But there is some reason why Veronica was treating him like that, and, treating him like she was holding something against him, or like she was blackmailing him, when she was forcing him to do things for her that he didn't want to do. So that's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Veronica knew all along that Derek was Hannah's rapist. And that Derek was also Candace's, estranged father that she knew to be as a rapist that she's never met before. So y'all let me know what y'all think about that. Please let me know. If that's the case, Veronica is even more sicker than we thought. That lady is, I cannot stand Veronica. I can't stand her. I don't think she will ever change. I kind of wish when Jeffrey stabbed her that he would have stabbed her a little bit deeper. I think he should have stabbed her a little bit deeper. I mean, she done had people commit suicide. I mean, I'm like, her own son despises her. She hates her son because he's gay. I'm like, I know this is a TV show, but in real life, there are people out there who commit suicide all the time, or they try to kill themselves, or they be extremely depressed and, think their life is not as valuable as the next person because their own family won't accept them because of their sexual preference. And that's really, really, really sad. Really sad. I've always said, of course, I would love to have, any adult, any parent would love to have their daughter, get married and see her get married and have a baby and have a family, or have their son get married to a lady and a wife and have them have kids and, our own kids, our own lineage, our own blood. But sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So I've always said, if my sons ever, if they ever came to me and said, Mom, I prefer the other side, I'm not going to treat them like, okay, I'm ashamed of you, get out, don't come near me no more, please. I don't know how many people in our family are gay, men and women, and I'm not that kind of person. Like, I know there are people in my family, and I'm not going to say any names, but there are people in our family who will not allow some of the gay people in our family to bring their spouse or their mate to our get-togethers, to our functions, to our birthday parties, to our family holidays. Things like that. Now, not in my crib, because in my crib, everybody and their mama know they welcome. And I have get-togethers all the time, especially in the summertime, like all the time. And I will post them on Facebook and be like, family and friends, we doing this on such and such day. It's on and popping. Let me know if you're coming through. That's the kind of person I am. I don't care if you're gay, straight, if you bring in your girlfriend and you're a girl, or you know what I mean. So Veronica, she has put Jeffrey through a lot. And I think that's why Jeffrey can't get rid of that man, Justin, because Veronica has made Jeffrey feel so weak most of his life and so beneath her and beneath others. And I think Jeffrey really has a deep issue with himself, like his self-worth. So I don't know. I don't know. We're gonna see if Justin gonna call his bluff next week and try to kill himself, or if he's, if he gonna try to hurt Jeffrey or not. And also, as far as let me know what y'all think about Derek and his situation. Like Hannah, immediately when she saw that tattoo on his body, she started backing up. I would have too. I would have ran, or I would have tried to grab me a weapon, because the thing that I'm gonna be thinking of is, oh my God, this is the man that raped me 20-something years ago, who left a baby inside of me that is now grown. This is the man that raped me in my kitchen. He has slept in my bed. He's done things around my house, like fixed things. And, he's helped me through a lot of issues and a lot of situations. I done fell in love with him. And to come to find out that he's your rapist. And like I said, I don't know if Veronica knew it or not. I think Veronica knew. I don't think Derek, because some people might be questioning, did Derek know that Hannah was the lady that he raped years and years ago? Because it has been over 20-something years. And a lot can change with a person in 20 years. Some people don't look like they looked when they was 16, 17, 18. When they get in their 30s and 40s, they don't always look, the same. So I don't think he knew. that Hannah is the chick that he raped, some time ago, but I really do think Veronica did know. So y'all let me know what y'all think about all that, and let me know what y'all think is going to happen, in the future on the next episode. But I need to get back in here. I'm working from home today. Again, I was taking a little break because I had to go and renew my driver's license. But we have a lot of work to do in our department. So we got an email earlier asking people, can they work overtime this week? So although I work at home, when I'm doing overtime, I'm still at the computer. I'm still working. I'm still processing claims, so I still be getting my grind on. It's just really cool because I'm at home. I don't have to be at the office late when it's dark and come back home and, get into bed, or I don't have to, stay late at the office to do my overtime. I can actually be at home in the comfort of my own home. So I really do like working at home for my main job. So, but yeah, if you guys have any comments, after the live is over and y'all come in, check out the video, just leave your comments in the comment section and I'll hit you back in the comment section. And you guys, make sure you like this video before you exit, and also make sure you subscribe to my channel if you are not already subscribed. And in the meantime and in between time, Prime Time Squad, stay safe, be blessed.